Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with some more A1 Sports Politics with your main man, A1. Let's get to it. Now we got to talk about some NFL, man. Y'all know what's going on. And I say, man, because my Eagles, man, they really made me mad. No cap. They made me mad this weekend. Like, come on now, to the Giants, really. But anyway, let's talk about if you want to ask me, the game of the week, and that was between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. The Green Bay Packers, they handled the Rams 36-28. Now, the score might just look like 8 points, but if you watch that game, the Green Bay Packers actually handled the Rams from the jump. They had Matthew Stafford shook up. That defense they had him like, confused. He threw one interception. He was sacked twice. He still had a QBR of 96.6. But I'm blaming this whole game on Matthew Stafford. That's just what I feel. That's how I feel, because Ed McVay in some type of way. Because that running game with Henderson, it's not working. If he had 16 touches and he only had 55 yards, that's not working. When you got Michelle, who you made a big trade for, and for some draft picks, you got him right there. Why not run him? Why you only getting, he didn't get no more than 3 touches in that game. No more than 3 touches. So it's like, wow, like what's really going on? But the Packers, they felt like they had the Rams right away. Going into Lambeau, it's hard to play there. And my cousins, man, they was at the game. I ain't see them, but I heard they was there. Like, took pictures stuff. But anyway, that's still hard to do, to go into the Lambeau field. And then, you got Aaron Rodgers that's playing. He's still playing great. And even though how arrogant he is and all that stuff, but he's a hell of a football player. Like, that's that. He had a hell of a game. Like, and, we all talk about the Rams defense, with, of course, Aaron Donald. I seen him play. They triple teamed that man. That man is respected. So it's like if he don't get nothing, he don't get nothing going on, then it's like, hey, you got 3 people on him. But Von Miller, they was able to get a sack. They got 1 sack on Aaron Rodgers, but the pressure wasn't there. Like, the Rams didn't press up on the Green Bay Packers like they should have. And Aaron Rodgers, he was ready for showtime. Shit, he outran the best DB in the game on the first touchdown. That's Jalen Ramsey. He ran right to the outside of him. So, that just, I was just like, whoa, like, I was watching it like, okay, the Rams, they might not have what it takes today to beat these Green Bay Packers at home. Now, like I said, the score might look like they only lost by 8 points, but if you watch the game, it was totally different. It was just different, and I know the Green Bay Packers, they start running back Aaron Jones. He had been hurt, but they still got him in rotation, got him a couple of touches. But that rookie, I think he's a rookie. If I'm not mistaken, he's a rookie. A.J. Dillon is a rookie. A.J. Dillon is a stud. And I seen that from jump. I'm like, whoa, like, y'all see how that dude built? It's hard to even take him down. It take 5 or 10 men to take him down. Aaron Donald thought he had his hand on him, but it wasn't that easy. He needed help. But they had their running game going. Then that chemistry between Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers is phenomenal. They had that chemistry. Like, they got the chemistry. I think on one drive, they was like 5 for 5. Like, they every time he targeted that man, he caught the ball. Even on Jalen Ramsey, they win at Jalen Ramsey. Had him reaching and all that stuff. It still wasn't enough. This Green Bay Packers team looks different. And let me give a shout out to Rasul Douglas. Rasul Douglas, he was an Eagle, came out of West Virginia a few years back, the DB. Number 29, that's what he's wearing right now. He's a starter. And I guarantee that man deserves a contract. And I always wanted him to be an Eagle. I wanted him to stay in Philly because I liked that dude a lot. You know what I'm saying? He made big plays on, and he was guarding the NFL receiving yards, the top receiver. And that's Cooper Kupp. He was on him. Cooper Kupp still had a decent game, but Rasul made him work for everything he got. So I guarantee you, I'm going to tell y'all, I'm Green Bay Packers. I'm going to let y'all know right now, y'all got something right there. So y'all better, appreciate him, you know what I'm saying, and take care of that man because he deserves it. I hope he keep it up. But it's hard he made things hard for Stafford too. He had an interception, he had the pick six. You know what I'm saying? So it made it hard for dudes, you know what I mean, to get open and all that stuff. That defense looked like something. The Green Bay Packers, they might finally have that defense they've been looking for since they've been to the Super Bowl some years back. They might. But the Rams, they're not helping their offense by not running the ball enough on the they had Henderson had 16 runs. He had 16 rushes. So it's they were shutting him down. But let me talk about these Rams. Let me get on these Rams, real talk. I'm from Los Angeles. I'm just not a Rams fan. Do I want to see the Rams do well? Yes, I do, because that's my home city. But they got to get this under control. Matthew Stafford have not showed up in primetime games. Have not. So I think they playing the Jags next. Don't show up for the Jags game. Just run the ball. Just run. Y'all need to practice on running the ball, Rams. Because if you show up against them and throw 7 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns, whatever, I wouldn't be happy with that if I was him. That's just me. I won't be happy with that because the Showtime games, matter of fact, he showed up against Tampa. And that's the last time they really did something. Since they traded for Odell Beckham, they picked him up. Since they picked up Odell Beckham and traded for Von Miller, the Rams really haven't done nothing. Now, they have taken a beating in their offense. You know what I'm saying? And the starting running back, Akers. They say he might be back. Then Robert Woods, who's one of the most underrated number 2 receivers in the NFL. He's totally missed. And he's from LA. He's from the city. You know what I'm saying? But he's totally missed, man. Because it shows, no disrespect to Odell, but Odell cannot do what he do. They got Jefferson right there. Jefferson, he was able to connect with Matthew Stafford, and he scored the touchdown, but he's not Robert Woods. And this happened the day that they signed Odell Beckham. This happened. Now, speaking of Odell Beckham looked like he's getting to himself in a way, mind y'all, he's playing against a team that he potentially could have joined. And I've been saying that he should go to Green Bay for the longest, but when he got to LA, I'm like, okay, who don't want to be in LA? But it comes to winning football games. That's what it comes down to. I feel like McVay will, they'll figure this out. But one thing that McVay don't want to do is feel like he should have kept Jared Goff. And he's not having a good year in Detroit. Nobody does. Matthew Stafford only went to 1 playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to win in Detroit. But Odell Beckham, I feel like he's coming around. He's coming around. He had a touchdown. He had a touchdown in this game. So that's good. He had 5 catches for 81 yards. But it's just that chemistry is not there with him and Matthew Stafford. And that's something that has to get going. They have to get that inserted ASAP because the playoffs is coming soon. And if the Rams have a first round exit, that's a disappointment on the whole city. I said it before. It's win everything. They got to win it all. It's Super Bowl or bust. And that's how the Rams are approaching it because, look, let's think about it, bro. They went to the Super Bowl and still went and got more talent in the secondary. They still went and got, better offensive players. And they was in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So it's 2-3 years ago. So all the marbles is on the table. They want to win the Super Bowl ASAP, and they don't have no draft picks or nothing. They have to win. They have to win. But how the Green Bay Packers did them, it was just I wonder if Odell really thinking man, I should have really picked to go play Aaron Rodgers. Me, honestly, I would have went to go play Aaron Rodgers. Come on now, that's Aaron Rodgers. That's a future Hall of Famer. And that, no doubt, first ballot, future Hall of Famer. And look, Devontae Adams, I'm sure him and Odell cool. But the rumor is, after the game, Odell tried to go get, they be switching jerseys and stuff, showing respect. He tried to go get Davante Adams jersey. And Davante Adams said, no, go get Cooper Kupp jersey because that's who you picked to go play with. Whoa. I wish I'm going to look for the video to see if I can catch that. But hey, that's real talk, though. Like, especially if y'all supposed to be cool, y'all supposed to be boys. Y'all been talking about this the whole time, but it's the L.A. That's what it is. Prime time. It's L.A. It's Hollywood. He thinking about everything else but winning. I mean, I ain't going to say but winning because the Rams is winning. The Rams is still one of the best teams in the NFL. But it's like, bro, Aaron Rodgers, Davante Adams. And Davante Adams, like, I understand that Cooper Kupp is leading the NFL in receiving yards, but he's not better than Davante Adams. He's a dog, though. Don't get me wrong. He's a dog. But I think if it was me, I would have been playing with Aaron Rodgers. I would have been, in that gold and green. For sure. But yeah, going forward, the Rams, they did score 11 points. They did score 11 points in the fourth quarter, so they was coming around like, and it was just like, okay, the score might look like that, and then on top of that, the Rams sitting at 7-4. They still haven't played their best football yet with the added additions, with Von Miller, with Odell Beckham. They are 0-3. So I'll be patient. I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm not going to say that they don't have what it takes to win the Super Bowl, but they got to get it together ASAP. ASAP. The most impressive win that they got out the season is against Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay, they losing. They just keep it pushing. That's Brady. Like, everybody scratching their head during the season, but when it come playoff time, like, you'll forget all about that loss that they took in that season. It's over. But the Rams got to figure it out. And the Green Bay Packers might be the best team in the NFL. Might be. But y'all stay tuned, man. I will let y'all know pretty soon who I think is the best team in the NFL. I'll give y'all my top 5 players, my top 5 teams in the NFL. And we're also going to talk about Dallas playing against the Saints tomorrow on Thursday Night Football. That's going to be a tough one. Dallas fans, I got something for y'all. Just stay tuned. I got something for y'all, I'm going to talk about my Eagles too, man. We lost, I'm talking about my Eagles, man. We lost, man. We took an L, man. The L that we should never took. And I don't know about our playoff. Anyway, man, we're going to talk about my Eagles, man. Just stay tuned with A1 Sports Politics. We'll be back.
Stay to the Cowboys.
I want to see that. I hate the Raiders.
But get a Cowboys some encouragement, John, so they can win the next game.
Tell them, say, y'all going to win the next game. Who they play next anyway?
John, give them some encouragement. They need to
Calm down.
stop.
They lost.
Bro, I don't care about no Thanksgiving. And that food was nasty.
And the baby sleep.
Your macaroni is disgusting, Maya.
Baby is sleep.
Your macaroni is disgusting, Maya.
I thought it was pretty good.
And your turkey wasn't done.
So because the Cowboys
Stick to
lost.
doing hair.
Because the boys lost.
Stick to doing hair.
Now you want to go off on.
Yo. Okay. Now we back, man. With some A1 Sports Politicking. Now let's cover, all the scores from Week 12 of the NFL season. Cowboy fans, y'all mad at me? Don't be mad at me. My mama's a Cowboy fan. I tell y'all that all the time. And she always got to hear from me, and I always got to hear from her talking about my Smeagol's. That's what she called my team, the Smeagol's. You know what I mean? But, hey, yo, Week 12 was turned up. It was a turned up week, man. It was, I would say some surprising, I feel like it was a couple of surprises, like, it was a couple, like the Chargers. Let's start off with the Chargers. Going up against their rival, the Broncos. They lost 28-13. The Chargers came up in that game, and Bridgewater even got hurt during that game. But that Bronco team, trust me, they only a quarterback away from being legit, and that's that. The Bucks and the Colts. This is a game that I was able to watch. I watched this game, and the Colts had the game in their hands. Like, real talk, they had the game in their hands. They should have ran the ball more. But when they start running the ball, they seen the success. But it was too late. So the Bucks came out and won that game 38-31. Great game, though. The Patriots put hands on the Titans, like literally hands. I understand that the Titans are going through some injury problems right now with their top players. Their top players, like their top 3 offensive players are down. right now. But they won. They beat the Patriots beat hands on the Titans 36-13. That boy Mac Jones is looking right. Like he doing his thing. He doing his thing. The Panthers took an ugly loss. Cam Newton had one of the worst performances that we ever seen by a quarterback. The Dolphins been doing their thing lately. Tua been hearing all that talk y'all been talking, and you know he's here to play. So the Dolphins won 33-10. The Bills. Oh no, that was sorry about that. Yeah. But anyway, my Eagles. That's what we're gonna talk about. My Eagles lost to the Giants 13-7. 13-7. Now Jalen Hurts did not have a good game at all. Jalen Hurts did not have a good game. He threw the other team the ball too many times, the blue team. We're the green and white and black team, bro. Jalen Hurts had 3 interceptions for no touchdowns. Was 14 for 31. Only threw for 129 yards. That's it. I can't even blame it on the running game because Boston Scott had 15 touches. Miles Sanders, who's just getting back, had 9 touches. I wish it was the other way around, you know what I'm saying? And Miles Sanders had the 15 touches instead of Boston Scott, but it is what it is. But, oh my goodness, just drops, you know what I'm saying? Drops that shouldn't have happened. And we were still in the game, so we all know how bad the Giants are. Like, it was nothing impressive that they did, but damn, really? We gonna lose to the Giants? When we supposed to keep we've been on fire. Daniel Jones, he threw for 200 yards on us. No turnovers. It don't make no sense for us to go and lose to the Giants like that. A team that's, no disrespect to the Giants, but they're not good. And I'm feeling like I was telling people we not weak. We just trying to figure it out. We got to get our run game going. We got a new coach. We in rebuild mode and stuff like that. But it's no excuses, man. And we go lose to the Giants, and we'll see the Giants again. But, man, the Sunday night game was, another rival in the AFC North between Baltimore and Cleveland. Baltimore squeezed that out. Lamar Jackson had an ugly game, but they got that W. It wasn't pretty, but they got it. It was an ugly W, but they got the W. The Vikings came up short against the 49ers. The 49ers won 34-26. The Jets end up beating the Texans 21-14. Okay, Jets, I see y'all. The Falcons beat the Jaguars 21-14. Not bad. Now, another rival that happened in the AFC North, it was a surprise. I didn't think the Steelers was going to come out and roll over like that. They lost to the Bengals 41-10. Wow, like that? Really like that? And we're going to get on Thursday's game. Thursday's game that happened. The Cowboys lost to them Raiders. They lost to the Raiders. The Raiders, did what they do. But that was a good game. The Raiders, I feel like the Raiders had to win this game, 36-33. The Cowboys came up short. The Lions lost to the Bears. Lost to the Bears 16-14. Not bad of a game. It was a tight game. The Bills put hands on the Saints 31-6. Easy game. I run me a couple of dollars off that game too. Don't say nothing. And we all know that the Rams came up short to the Packers 36-28. And the Seahawks on Monday night lost to Washington. Washington, they're a little tough team, man. They're a little tough team. They didn't start off like I thought they would, and their defense ain't been clicking, but, they got that W, man. It wasn't pretty, but they got it. Let me say something real quick about Seattle. We all know that, Russell Wilson been, he's been out. He's been out, with that finger injury. But let me say something real fast. And I really thought that Russell Wilson wasn't going to be in Seattle. I thought that he was going to go, if I was the Bears, I would have jumped on that, with draft picks and all that. I would have got him in Chicago. But Russell Wilson in Seattle, I think his time is coming. I heard a couple of people say maybe the Giants. He want to go to a big market. New York City with him and his baby Sierra. Stuff like that. But the Seahawks, they just don't look the same. They just haven't been the same since Pete Carroll decided to throw the ball on the 3-yard line instead of giving it to Beast Mode. They haven't been the same. They still been in the playoffs, but they just, it's. I guarantee you, Pete Carroll still one of the best coaches in the league, but man, I know you think about that every night because I know I would. I won't be able to let that go. But I really feel like Russell Wilson will be out of Seattle soon. I think the time is up there. It's time to rebuild. I don't know if Pete Carroll going retired, something like that. But some change is going to happen. I don't think they will not be in the playoffs because they got the 49ers playing pretty good. Arizona, the best team in the NFL. And then you got, you got the Rams. You got the Rams. I mean, we ain't going to put the Rams away. Now, real quick, before we get out of here with A1 Sports Politics, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you're not following A1 Sports Politics on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook, go follow A1 Sports Politics, please. A1 Sports Politics. That's all you got to do. Hit the following button, and even on YouTube, go subscribe. These videos will be on there with the podcast. Go check out the podcast. It's on Spotify. You can go get it on Anchor, all them other platforms. But real quick, I'm going to give y'all my top five teams in the NFL right now. Number one, I'm not going to make this long. Number one is the Green Bay Packers. I feel like they're the best team in the NFC right now as we speak. No disrespect. The Patriots is in at number two for me. The Patriots is a tough team. It's looking like that team that, they averaging 30-something points, bro, with Mac Jones. Belichick had found it out. Like, he didn't get this wrong when he let go Cam Newton. He didn't. Arizona is still one of the best teams. They got to get healthy. Murray got to come back. Hopkins got to come back. They have to get healthy, but they still manage to, could win games with a backup quarterback. Like, that lets you, when you can win with your backup quarterback, that lets you know you have a good team. The Bills is one of the best teams. They defense, they did just lose White, their best defensive player. That's going to be tough, but they're a really good team. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are a good team. I have a top 10 for y'all next. If we want to go top 10, that's when I start talking about the Cowboys. That's when I start talking about the Rams. That's when I start talking about Baltimore, the Chiefs. That's 9 right there. I'm damn near giving y'all, but no, we ain't going to say that. But, yeah, and speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, they have a game tomorrow on Thursday night playing against the New Orleans Saints. That's gonna be a tough game, because the Saints, their defense is not just boo-boo, but it's just about Jameis Winston's going down. That really hurt them, and he was playing really good. He was playing some of his best football. Matter of fact, I think he was playing his best football of his career. He was going to win he was my most improved player to win the most improved player award. But, he went out with that energy when he went up against his former team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But they got to see what they're going to do. They said they're going to have Hill in that quarterback. He should have been in that quarterback. Isn't it the man that they was, y'all saying? That's, that should be the starter. He's he got his opportunity now. Let's see what he going to do. He got W. He have won as a starting quarterback for the Saints. So I don't really know what's the hold up in. But that's going to be a good game. Dallas have to see how healthy they are. They have to be healthy. They need their players. They got to have, they got to have their wide receivers. And when they got their weapons in there or something. But when the Cowboys don't have their weapons, we can forget about it. Real talk. That talent that they have over there, when they don't have that, we can forget about it. Like I said. But we're going to see what, Sean Payton have. And the Dallas Cowboys will be without Mike McCarthy. Their head coach, he have corona, so he's gonna be out for a few days or whatever. So it's gonna be an interesting game. I'm not gonna pick who I think is gonna win, but it's gonna be a good one. But I really think Dallas should win if they got their starts, man. That's it. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. A1 Sports Politics. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, and I apologize for getting this episode out late. You know what I'm saying? But y'all will see more of me. And I want to give a round of applause to my supporters, man, because I'm getting my feedback from my, the platform that I do put my podcast up on. I'm getting I'm getting some listeners, man. I'm getting some listeners. And like I said, I want to show love to y'all, much love to y'all. Everything is authentic, and that's what it is, man. Y'all stay tuned, man, with more A1 Sports Politics. I will holler at y'all sooner than y'all think. Real talk, man. So y'all have a good one, and just stay calm, man. Even if your team not winning, man, just stay calm, man. But that's it, man. A1 Sports Politics, and we y'all A1.